Pig Suey. This is the Diamond Niner Fans podcast for the week of March 26, 2018. Nick and Kevin are back for another week.
We're calling the Hogs.
We're calling the Hogs. As always, and not to be confused as one of the Hogs, as always, joined by producer Brad. What a week of 49er baseball, Kevin.
Man, a great week. Great week. 3-1. Had a lot of fun this week.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun calling those Hogs. We'll get to you guys here in a minute. First of all, on the listener front, Kevin, another week, another milestone. We had our first comment on YouTube.
I saw that. I did see that.
We had a comment. It was actually from our friend Ed Freeberg. Ed says that he listens to us because of the giveaways. Did you give Ed something?
Everybody has their reasons, right?
Well, I think Ed's trying to tell us something.
Well, he gave me a few things at the tailgate on for the ECU game.
What he offered you a drink?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Ed, we hear you, buddy. Giveaways. We'll work on that, right? We can probably come up with something.
We could find something around here.
We'll yeah, we're at my house. We'll just, a book or something. We'll find something. As always, we'd love to hear from you guys. Feel free to reach out to us. Diamond Niner Fans on Twitter, Diamond Niner Fans on Facebook, or Diamond9ERFans@gmail.com. We loved hearing from you guys and look forward to hearing from you more. So let's jump right in, Kevin. Lead off segment. Okay, let me tell you. Let me set this up for you. Okay, this is how this went down. On Tuesday, right, I went to work and even wore my Niner gear to work, the whole thing, right, because I'm going downtown. Wrap things up, head to the light rail station, park in the deck there at JW Clay, go down, get a ticket. I'm standing there on the platform with a ticket in my hand, and I see the train coming down the track. Right about then, I get a text from you saying, "Oh man, bummer about the game. We're canceled." What did I do, Kevin?
I'm guessing you got on the train anyways.
Got on the train anyway. That's right. I had people to meet, and they were already there. So went downtown anyway. No Niner baseball on Tuesday. Very disappointing, Kevin. Very disappointing. How long did my disappointment last?
Maybe less than 24 hours.
Yeah, I'd say less than 24 hours. Why don't we jump right in and talk about the awesome game that happened on campus at the Hayes on Wednesday?
Yeah, first off, we had the number 4th ranked team in the country on campus, which is unbelievable. Great to have a team that quality on campus playing at the Hayes. Niners got a big victory. Highest ranked team to lose to the Niners at home, right? At the Hayes.
Yeah, and maybe ever.
I think we did some work on the road.
Did we get a bigger win on the road? Certainly at the Hayes, though. Yeah, for sure.
But there's been a lot of big victories over top 10 ranked teams at the Hayes. I can remember the North Carolina game a few years ago and the Clemson game a few years back. So yeah, there's been precedent for that, but this is number 4 was the highest rated visitor to lose at the Hayes.
That was and there. I mean, that was slick the way they rolled in there. I mean, they were broadcasting that on what was that Cox Cable?
Cox Sports Television.
Yeah, they were broadcasting it back home, and they're in there, up there on the hill, they're in the right field line, the big production truck with the satellite set up and everything, and I mean they were serious, right?
Yeah, that's that SEC money right there.
Now I'm guessing, I don't know, I have no way of knowing this, but were they planning to? I wonder if they were planning to broadcast both games, or was that whole rig and that whole setup there for Tuesday night, and then they didn't get to use it, so they did it on Wednesday, or maybe they were going to broadcast on.
I think they were there for both. I mean,
yeah. Yeah, I don't know, but it was the production, and I could not make it. Yeah, I was on dad duty. Daughter had an orthodontist appointment on Wednesday afternoon, so I was able to watch online, and they gave, if you watched on Conference USA TV, you got the Cox Sports feed, and it was pretty slick.
Yeah. Game was it was a nail biter, but yeah, Niners pulled off. Chase Gooding got to start for the Niners. I think he pitched 3 good ones. He gave up a 2-run homer. That's about it. Horky came in relief. Horky was first in relief. He pitched 2 shutout innings.
Followed by Perry.
Yeah. And then Perry came in. To another 1 2/3 shutout innings. Colby Bruce came in. Another 2 1/3. He gave up 2 hits and 1 run. He gave up the homer, the solo shot, and that's all they got. And Patton came in and closed it out at the end. But I think they were leading the SEC, and they were the top-rated offense in the SEC coming into that game. They had just annihilated Kentucky the weekend before that, and Texas, double-digit victories, double-digit run victories against those opponents. So for our pitching staff to come in and shut that offense down, that says a lot about what we threw out there on Wednesday.
It was, and look, I mean, don't take this the wrong way, Kevin. I'm not here to rip on our team. Far from it, you know that. But just looking at their squad, I mean, you could see the quality, right? I mean, and that they had all up and down that lineup, and I was like, oh man. And so as this game was unfolding, right, and we're leading, and I'm a nervous wreck, man.
Yeah. They've got some elite talent, and that's for sure. You saw it from their starter. Their starter had he pitched 3 innings, struck out 8 of our guys. 8 of the 9 outs were strikeouts. So yeah, he was. I
think did we get 1 bat on the ball?
I think we put 1 ball in play against them, but and
nasty.
We got a walk. But yeah, they had a staff day kind of, and they threw a lot of guys, and we jumped on them when they went to that bullpen. Scratched enough runs at home, and we put some insurance run in late in the game and closed it out on the mound.
Yeah. That kid of theirs, Kerstad, the freshman, I would like to see him play some more baseball, but not against us.
He's helping the guy hit just 2 home runs.
Yeah. He was what he went 2 for 4. I have no way of knowing this, but they were estimating on the broadcast that first shot he hit. The second home run he got was a fly ball that just kept going. That first shot he hit, man, smooth swing, jog, the pro jog out of the box, right? They were estimating that thing at like 420 or something like that. I'm just like, wow. So yeah, he'd be fun to watch, but I don't want to watch him against the Niners anymore.
And we brought the bats too. Against those SEC arms, we
sure did.
We out-hit the Razorbacks 9-7, beat them 6-3. Let's see, Tommy Bullock 2 for 5, Hampton 1 for 4, Mims 1 for 4, Yet 1 for 3, Ober 2 for 3. I mean, Camarada got a hit, and Zach Smith. So a lot of guys in that lineup,
up and down the lineup,
got into action. So all around, great game. Great victory. Got a lot of
awesome game.
Got a lot of publicity nationwide from that game. But yeah, it was a great win, and then it was very important that we followed it up with a series victory this weekend.
Yeah, for sure. I mean that was so we got and we talk about this stuff all the time. You get that huge midweek win, right? Everybody's talking about you, and then you got to back it up. Because if you go, you've got, it's not going to get any easier. You got a conference foe on the road. We're going to Middle Tennessee. And, hey, good news. We went on the road and we backed it up. It's not like one of those flash in the pan kind of deals where we caught a good break on a midweek game, but that's it. We went 3-1 this week, including getting that big win or that big series win on the road with Middle Tennessee.
Yeah, and you go back 2 weeks, we got a big win against Wake Forest.
That's right.
At home, or actually we were on the road, but big win against Wake Forest, and follow that up with a series win over FIU. Continue that with the Arkansas win this week, and then
I can deal with 3-1 weeks.
Yeah, and make a big statement on the road with the road conference victory. So it wasn't pretty, but 2 out of 3, we'll take it every time.
Yeah, let's dig into that. Let's dig into that series. Starting on Friday night. I don't want to steal your thunder here, Kevin, but Friday night, Josh Maciejewski. What else can you say?
Another great start by him, man. He's been doing it all year. We've been talking about him every week. So it was a shutout. He shut the Blue Raiders, shut them out. 7 1/3 inning pitched, 0 runs allowed, struck out 7. Only allowed 6 hits. Spread 6 hits around throughout those 7 innings. And Patton came in and finished that off.
Yes, he did.
So great effort on the mound. Had a great effort at the plate as well. I know Yet hit the 2-run shot. Well, Mims led off with the triple, and then Yet hit one into the football stadium. And those are 2 big insurance runs we got late in that game. I think we had Hunter Jones was 2 for 4 in that game. He had another RBI.
Can I ask a question about that?
What's that?
About Yet's home run. Now we tweeted out that the ball landed on the 49-yard line, right? And that I think that did that ever get confirmed?
That's unconfirmed.
Unconfirmed, but I like it. It's a good story. Right. Now the question is, and I've never been there. Okay, I have not been to this ballpark, but you can tell looking at on the feed. You're looking at it on screen. Is it possible to hit a home run to left field that does not go, maybe not inside the football stadium, but onto the football stadium grounds? Because it looks like, it's just right there.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, from that feed that I saw, I never saw the ball land. So when we say unconfirmed, we actually don't have confirmation that ball has landed yet. Yeah. I just assumed it was at the 49-yard line. But
that's good. I like it. So, but their football stadium is literally
the shadows of their seats are covering left field.
Yeah.
But
did you notice the other thing at that how low their lights are?
Yeah, the baseball lights were low.
Yeah.
And then
the football lights are way up in the air. You can see those, but then the baseball lights are like half.
Yeah, I wonder if that causes problems with those.
Well, I think Sean was saying on the broadcast maybe Friday night that some of the guys over there on the left-hand side, because of the light poles over there, if you were moving, if you were in the outfield and you were moving towards the left field line, that you would be running into a bank of lights that were shining in your face. So I think that park has got issues. Not to mention the infield stuff.
Yeah,
that was an issue. Apparently, their infield is like concrete.
Well, I know they had a lot of rough weather this weekend.
And then the weather.
Yeah,
yes.
So the field looked okay from our broadcast with all that weather that they got. I'm glad they were able to get those games in, and we didn't have to split a series or take home only 2 games. But yeah, it's an interesting park out there. That football stadium was right on top of it.
Oh yeah.
Looked like a pretty neat ballpark. They had plenty of seats, and looked like a pretty good place to play a ball game.
Yeah. So Friday night, we get the big win. You're sitting there a little bit. We're sitting there. They're trying to mount a rally sort of at the end, and Patton shuts them down. We take care of business and get the 4-0 win. So coming off Friday night, fan psychology is what it is, right? So as soon as you get if you get the Friday night, and you get it the way we did with Josh just completely taking care of business, you're looking towards Saturday like, oh man. We're going to roll now, right?
Yeah, you're thinking you can't sweep a series unless you win the first.
That's right. Middle Tennessee, you are not sweeping this series, but we might, right? So you're coming back the next day, and then Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday we started out promising. We had
we did.
First 4 batters of the game singled, got a run in, and then Ober hit a sac fly. So we were rolling, one out. We had 2 guys in already. Our base is still loaded, or first and second. And then we had a double play ball into that inning, into the rally, and we kind of never recovered from that. I know we threatened a few more times. We couldn't scratch any more across. And then on the pitching side, Matt Brooks had a rough day. He went 4 innings. He only gave up 3 earned runs, but 6 runs overall. Defense didn't help him out a lot, but he didn't help himself much either. He kind of struggled a little bit. He was around the plate, but he wasn't getting the calls. He wasn't getting strikes. He wasn't getting the calls for strikes, and so he had a rough day for him.
Is it okay? Is it okay to say that we didn't do a whole lot right on Saturday?
Yeah, it was a rough day all around. After that first inning, I think. After that first inning, offensive just kind of shut down.
And you know what? I'll admit this. I can't. It would be easy for me, idiot fan, to say, "Come on, guys, why didn't you guys stay on them? What's going on?" But after Friday night, feeling really good. We come out. We start the game off with 4 straight singles in the first. They've got their bullpen.
Yeah,
their bullpen's working on this dude. This is the first inning, and they've already got their bullpen up. And I'm already. You know what I'm thinking about? What am I thinking about at that point, Kevin? We can go for the sweep tomorrow.
Yeah,
we can go for the sweep tomorrow. We got this guy already.
Yeah,
We're gonna get in their pen.
They had him on the ropes for. It looked like they had him on the ropes. He got a big double play ball and got out of it, and then.
So see, guys, if you're listening, I did it too. I did it too. I was sitting there thinking, man, we already got this dude.
But hey, he got out of it with the double play ball, and then he pitched into 6 innings. He pitched 6 innings.
And really, I mean, at times, just see. Here's the thing, and this got talked a little bit this week, or during the weekend, is Bo's got these guys ready. We are built. Bo has got these guys structured to hit fastballs really hard, and that's what we like to do. So what did Middle Tennessee do all weekend?
He had us off balance, that's for sure.
Not throw fastballs.
Yeah,
they want to hit fastballs. Let's just not throw any.
Hats off to him, man. He after that first inning, he was lights out. He only gave up. He spread out 9 hits, 4 in the first inning, so 5 hits the rest of the way, and he. Only gave up those 2 earned runs. Only walked 1 batter. He only struck out 4. So he was pitching to the defense also. And hats off to him. They took it to us on Saturday. But
and it's not like we didn't get any more hits after that or anything. We got hits. We just didn't get them at the right time.
Right. Yeah, couldn't string any together. And he spread them out and he did good. Hats off to him. So series split after Saturday. Coming into Sunday, a lot on the line. You want to be on that positive side of the conference.
Right.
You want to have the 2 out of 3 every week. If
Somebody's going to be leaving on Sunday feeling good about the weekend, and somebody's going to be leaving disappointed. That's it. Right. There is no in between, right?
Yeah, you're right. So we had Cooner on the mound, and man, he pitched a hell of a ball game. He had a no-hitter through after 5 innings into the 6th. Gave up his first hit. In the 6th inning.
Yeah.
Ended up going into the 8th. He almost finished 8 innings. He had 7 2/3. He only gave up 2 hits and gave up 3 earned runs. Struck out 9 in that game. By far his best performance as a Niner.
And this is one of those that the box score. You can look at the box score on this game, and it's not going to tell you. Oh yeah, well, Cooner, 7 2/3, 3 earned runs. No, that is not the story. He kept these guys guessing he kept them guessing into the 8th inning.
I think it's safe to say that they struggle with lefties after what Josh did to them, and then Cooner, and even Horky came in to save it today. They struggled off of lefties, and
it's like that NC State game last year.
Yeah, it reminded me of that, but
yeah.
Well, I mean, great effort by Cooner. He got in a little trouble in the 8th. Bruce came in and he couldn't shut it down in the 8th, and then Patton came in. And I think he gave up one hit, and but he ended up finishing the 8th, and Horky came in and got the save. It was a big time save, man. They had all the momentum going. They scored 4 runs in that 8th inning, and I mean, they had the fans nervous after we had a 7-2 lead. We had me nervous a little bit, but the boys hung on, and
so you were nervous?
Just a little bit, man.
So it's okay that I was nervous too, then.
I think a lot of people were, but
okay.
We got the victory, man. That's all that mattered. We got the W. We grinded it out. No team's going to go away easy, and they showed that this weekend. Hey, Middle Tennessee outscored us this weekend, but we got 2 victories, and we're heading home with the conference series victory.
All right, so let me try this. See what you think. Okay. High spots for the week. Okay. Chase Gooding and the work he did, which really the Arkansas game, total staff game, everybody from Gooding, Horky, Perry, Bruce, Patton, awesome.
Yeah.
Josh, Friday. Cooner today. On the offensive side, Jackson Mims.
Yeah, he had a big week.
Well, I got one more thing, but go ahead. Let's talk about Jackson, and then I'll tell you what the last high spot is for the week.
Well, Mims, I mean, I think he could be in the running for Player of the Week. He was 9 for 17, batted .529 this week, 4 runs, 2 RBIs, 2 doubles, a triple, and a stolen base. So I mean, he could be in the run for Conference USA Hitter of the Week. We'll see how it works out. I know they paid a lot of attention to that Southern Miss FAU series, but
yeah,
we'll see how it works out on Monday or Tuesday or Monday when they announce that.
All right, so several high spots on the pitching side. Offense was good, particularly Jackson, maybe a candidate for some recognition. But my last sort of attaboy for the week goes to Friday night. Our new road unis.
Those are pretty sweet.
Are you with me?
Yeah, I like those pinstripe road grays.
Gee, I wonder why you like pinstripes.
Well, it's a uniform for winners, right?
I feel like I'm sitting here with a Yankees fan. Oh wait, I am. They're nice. These are Nike uniforms, which we've gotten a couple new uniforms this year. And they're looking pretty good. Those are Nikes too. That are the whites,
yeah,
the home whites, and these we broke out. I had no idea we had new road grays.
Yeah, we were just talking about last week that they don't wear the traditional road grays much, and they do have that like charcoal color gray,
yeah,
which is pretty sweet. But yeah, I can't complain about the uniforms. The gold looks great this year. The ones we busted out on Friday night look great. And I love my favorite's the green ones, to be honest. But yeah, we.
I think we're a well dressed ball club. I mean,
you gotta look good to play good, right?
That was a thing at one time, wasn't there? Wasn't there guys on some of the guys on Twitter? This would be several years back. Wasn't there a hashtag they had going around like that or something?
Probably.
Look good, play good, something like that. But
probably something like
that. These are some of my favorite uniforms that we've had in a while. That
look sharp. They look sharp
wearing this year. It's good. All good stuff. So 3-1 on the week. Okay. And I think it's okay that we've been saying for several weeks now, not time to talk about RPIs yet, right? I think it's okay if we talk about them now.
Right. We're 2 weeks into the conference season.
2 weeks in the conference season, right? The 49ers RPI with the 3-1 week, we went up 56 spots this week all the way to 118. Which is the difference to me, and it's maybe it's psychological here, but the difference between 118 and 174 is it's more than 56.
Right?
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's huge. It's a big jump.
Yeah, up 56. That's crazy. And just looking at the Warren Nolan, man, they got 57 spots. That's crazy. But yeah, big week for us. When you beat a top 4 team, and we had a couple. I think Siena got their first couple victories this weekend.
Yeah, Siena finally got 2 wins.
So,
of course, they were against Iona, who we also played.
I guess they cancel each other out. But,
I guess we can't be picky.
like I said, NC State's playing well. ECU's playing well. FIU got a series win. So all those things are going to work out. I think we keep winning. I think the RPI will work out for us. So.
Funny how that works, isn't
right.
it?
That's right.
You just keep winning, baby. You
That's
keep
right.
doing that, and RPI works out. And just touch on Conference USA. Conference USA, the Conference RPI is still sort of lagging behind. I think we're 11th right now. The league had a big week non-conference wise, right?
And we went 8-4 midweeks. In addition to our big victory over Arkansas, UAB beat Alabama, and FAU, they beat Miami during the midweek. So we went 8-4 with some signature wins over your quote Power 5 schools, and
right.
So that's the way you're going to get your RPI up is
right.
To go out of conference and win some of those games. But
yeah, well, I'll tell you what, we will. We're going to come back to that and we're going to hit Conference USA here again in just a few minutes and talk about the guys that are the teams that won this weekend series, because there were some key series that we need to talk about, and we'll get back to that. But I know you wanted to talk a little bit about some of the information that we're getting out of spring training about some of our guys down there.
Yeah, I mean, as we mentioned before, Brett Netzer and TJ Nichting have been getting playing time in some of those major league games for the Orioles and for the Red Sox. And Saturday, Netzer got into the Red Sox game. I think they were playing the Astros, but anyway, he got an at bat and he ended up hitting a double. So he's 1 for 1 with a double. He's batting .500 in spring training. It's with the Red Sox, with the big league club. TJ got in also last Saturday night. He came in as a defensive replacement, and he was on deck when the game ended. He didn't quite get an at-bat, but he was playing left field for the Orioles in their big league game. So, yeah, spring training is wrapping up. We should get their assignments next week. I think the Knights are playing the White Sox on Monday. It's the appetizer for the big matchup on Tuesday at Knights Stadium. But, yeah, we should get those assignments this week where they're going to play in minor league ball this year with Netzer, Nichting, Zach Jarrett with the Orioles, and Colton Laws with the Blue Jays. We'll see where they go this week, and we'll tweet it out. They're saying the Netzer may be in Salem, from what I saw, and that's in the Carolina League, so could be around. And I hadn't seen much about Nichting and where he's going to be, but he's going to either be in Sally or probably the Carolina League.
Yeah, and we're not we're definitely not ignoring Colton and Zach. We were talking about this earlier. Just sometimes with minor league with the minor league camps, it's just hard to get information out of there. We basically got the information we got on. I mean, you found it on those two guys because they got the chance to play with the big league club.
Yeah, and it's hard. They're hard to follow. It's hard to follow those minor league games in spring training. I can't even find pictures or anything out there, but
yeah,
we know they're down there, and
we know they left. They went down there.
But yeah, we should be hearing more this week, and looking forward to seeing where they end up.
Yeah, that'll be exciting. And especially, if we get a chance to see, we could potentially see 3 out of 4 of these guys come through, like say Kannapolis this year, or at least Winston-Salem, something like that. We could see these guys.
And the Carolina League's all over. It's pretty close by too.
Yeah,
so we'll see some. We got some opportunities there.
The only problem spot is Colton with the Blue Jays. There's just we're not gonna. I don't. Gosh, what would even closest affiliate be?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think there is one.
International League, I think their International League affiliate, AAA's affiliate is probably in the International League, but
yeah,
I'm not sure about the.
But like last year, he was on the West Coast in Vancouver, pitching it, at 10 o'clock at night, East Coast time.
We'll see. We'll definitely be following those guys, so looking forward to it.
That was a lot of fun last summer. And it's going to be a lot of fun this summer, too. And, hey, come draft time, maybe we'll be adding some guys to that mix, too.
Yeah,
so,
I'm pretty sure we will be.
Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about there's some other stuff non-baseball stuff happened this week, and we're going to do a week preview here for you. But Kevin and Kevin, we're both 49er fans as well as baseball fans, right? It's more about than just the baseball. And if anything impacts the program, the athletic program as a whole, what's good for the athletic program, we tend to think is good for baseball.
Right.
And particularly as it relates to things like football and basketball. Those are revenue generators, right? And if they do well, then that's gonna help baseball. And so we've had there's a few developments this week. Some things happen. First, I want to give a shout out to Mike Hill. This was his first full week, right? So we had his first full week as athletic director, and all he got done this week was hiring a basketball coach. Seemed to be pretty much everywhere, all over campus, all over town at different events. He's talking about living uptown, right? Getting married. He and his new bride are going to live uptown. Check this out, Kevin. So he can be near the business community and our community leaders.
Yeah, he's a sharp guy. He's going to be up there, rubbing elbows with the moneymakers in the city. That's for sure.
He's talking about taking the train to work so that it gives him a chance to interact with students and the community.
Man, yeah, that's what I'll be doing if I was in his shoes. That's a perfect opportunity there.
It's beautiful. It's exactly what we wanted, and so far he's not only. I guess we said when we talked about his hiring. Okay, we really like what this guy's saying. He's talking the talk, but now we're a week in and he's walking the walk. Or I guess if you wanted to take a cue from Reese Hampton, he's walking it like he's talking it. Am I doing that right?
Yeah, yes.
Walk it like I talk it. Yeah.
So my 6-year-old walks around singing that song. But
is that right?
Yeah.
Well, every time I do that, I say something about that. My 12-year-old dies a little inside. And then immediately says, "Don't do it." I also do the hunters, the roly.
Oh, all right.
I might getting some ice on my wrist.
Be careful.
Stop, Dad. Yeah.
I think you crossed the line, Nick. I think I died a little bit inside now.
Well, that's what I'm here for. Look, that's what I'm here for, Kevin. So let's say a few things here. We hired Ron Sanchez as our head basketball coach, right? So we got Coach Sanchez is coming to us from UVA. He's Tony Bennett's top assistant. Been with him since the Washington State days. Kevin, this sounds, somebody's sitting out there going, man, what are these guys talking about? Our baseball program sure could use some good basketball.
Yeah, it's great for recruiting, man. For football and basketball doing good, we bring in recruits to watch those games and
selling tickets, bringing in donations. Oh, NCAA credits. That would be just insane, right?
Yep, that's looks like a good hire. He's the lead assistant for UVA, and I heard an interview with him. I think it was the second day after he was announced. He's a big baseball fan. So
how about that?
Yeah, he said he loves baseball, and he's got a son that loves baseball, and so I expect to see him once he gets. He's got some business to take care of first, but I expect to see him taking in some games at the Hayes before we know it.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, and I know we're from that same era, right? The baseball program is a big part of my connection, obviously, to the athletic program as a whole. We both go to football. I really want a reason to get back into basketball. And it's been hard, right? It's been hard with the struggles the program has gone through, but there's a big part of me that definitely wants something to get excited about, and on those winter nights to be heading back to Halton Arena.
Yeah, I'm excited. A lot of us, most of us got hitched on the Niners through basketball. We had some success.
Yeah, we cut our teeth, right?
That's right. We were in the mix during the heyday when they were in the tournament every year, and I feel some more excitement now. I think it's going to be a long road, but I think we're going to be heading in the right direction soon.
Yeah, he's got. I mean, who are his assistants going to be? How many of these guys is he going to be able to keep around? Who's he bringing in? All good questions. Yeah. There are no answers at this point. So,
right. Yeah, he's going to be busy. That's why we'll probably see him at the Hayes a little bit later on in the season. But,
I tell you what, it would make me feel good if he felt like he felt comfortable enough to come to the Hayes. That means he feels like he's in a good place instead of being somewhere. You know what I'm saying? He's getting a little downtime and coming to the Hayes. That would be cool.
Yeah. Once he gets his feet under him, and he's first head coaching job for him, so a lot of experience, a lot of winning experience, and I look forward to seeing him, and look forward to
So
maybe he'll be uptown at the he's got his press conference Tuesday, so maybe he'll
that's right.
Maybe we'll see him uptown.
Yeah, so Kevin, that's all that happened this week. All we did was beat the Razorbacks, and then go on the road, win 2 of 3. And we hired a basketball coach, and that's it. That's all.
Got some new uniforms too.
Got some new uniforms. And that's it. That's all we had going on this week. So, huge week. It's not going to slow down any though. This is sort of a short week because of the holiday, but it's gonna. I mean, we get started right away here. In fact, I guess I heard this on the game today. You mentioned earlier the Knights are playing the White Sox downtown, and Coach Hibbs is going to be on the broadcast. So he's in the booth with Matt Swearad. I guess they're doing it. They're beaming it back to Chicago.
Yeah, I guess it's part of that Chicago. What is it?
I want to say the first thing that comes to mind is WGN.
It's
but
NBC.
That's not right.
It's their NBC affiliate up there, like NBC Sports, I believe, something like that.
Yeah.
But, anyway, it's going to be part of their agreement. They signed an agreement last week or so they're going to broadcast a lot of the Knights games up in Chicago and I guess throughout the country, really. So, and you mentioned Lauren was the color guy for several of those games last summer. I remember catching him on was it WCCB? Was it or WJZY? Yeah, WJZY here in Charlotte. And I catch some Knights games on there, and Lauren's talking baseball on there. You can't beat that. No, it's like watching a game with Lauren Hibbs. But, he's going to be nationwide soon, so better watch out.
He's going to be nationwide tomorrow night, Monday night. He'll be in the booth. So that's awesome.
Might even be international like us.
Whoa. Let's easy now. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, okay? Not everybody can have Canadian listeners, okay? Not everybody.
I think that network goes into Canada as well.
You just squashed my man. Let's talk about Tuesday, Kevin. We got so check out look for Lauren on TV on Monday night. Sorry, and come up Tuesday. We're back down at BB&T Ballpark for a solid matchup.
Yeah, we got the in-state matchup with UNC Chapel Hill Tar Heels. They're coming in. I mean, they were predicted to do well this season. Their RPI is 9 right now. They've kind of been up and down this season. We got a common opponent we share. We played ECU. They played ECU. They took 1 from ECU in their series. So they were 1-2, and we were 0-3 against ECU. So that's the common opponents there. But if you look at them, they're in the midweek. They're 14-10 overall, 5-4 in the ACC. They just beat Florida State this past weekend, 2 out of 3, and they're coming here. They've got on their midweek games. They lost to UNC Wilmington. They beat A&T. They lost to Ross Steedley and Gardner Webb a couple weeks ago, and then last week they beat Maryland midweek. So, like I said, they're kind of up and down midweek. They are 2-3 so far, and so hopefully we can jump on them on Tuesday and have another night like we did last week at BB&T Ballpark. I see you're making a funny face over there.
I'm just listening. Just listening, Kevin.
But
y'all come out to the ballpark. Wear green. I mean, of course, I'm preaching to the choir here. As many folks as possible, come on out. You know, for me, I mean, this is a big game, right? They're a big time opponent. You know, I'm just so looking forward to seeing all their fans and listening to their stupid chants and their just.
Well, I'm looking forward to being out there at that nice ballpark.
Good ballpark. Should be good baseball.
They're good. They're a good team.
Yeah.
They're a good team, and and we're a good team too. And I know we.
Hopefully, the game won't go into extras. Hate for them to miss class the next morning.
Yeah, I'd hate for that to happen too. But
yep. I know they got to get back.
Yeah, so that's Tuesday. We got
spell check their papers on Oprah.
It's our final game at BB&T Ballpark for the we had 3 scheduled. Arkansas game got rained out, but actually, if you had a ticket to that Arkansas game, you can exchange it for a ticket of equal or lesser value for Tuesday's game versus Chapel Hill.
So bring your neighbors.
Yeah, if you had tickets for both, find somebody to use them. Fill that place up with green. It's going to be a good atmosphere, good college baseball, and I'm looking forward to it. Nick's looking forward to it as well. But
y'all can tell I'm struggling. Y'all can tell I'm struggling. I can't hide it. I hope it's a good game, and I hope we win, and I hope that I don't say anything in front of my daughter that I will regret saying.
You will.
Yeah. You ready to talk about Wednesday?
Yeah, let's.
Thank God.
So that's Tuesday. It's. I mean, like
Tuesday. Come to the game. Let's go Niners. Let's get these guys and get a win. If we can do it to Arkansas, we can do it to these guys.
Let's make Nick happy.
Let's make Nick happy. Yeah.
So yeah, it's a big week. Like you said, a short week. We got the game Tuesday, and then on Wednesday, it's a big deal on Wednesday.
Now I'm gonna set this up here for you, Kevin, because this is a pretty big deal. This just broke in the middle of the week. Apparently, we've got like this big major signing event on Wednesday. It sounds like, because they're always tweeting like we struck gold, right? So sounds like the staff has struck gold again.
Yeah, we don't want to talk recruiting much here, but this is a big-time recruit. We got Xavier. He's going to sign on Wednesday. He's an 8-year-old, lives in Charlotte. He's battling a rare heart disease, and he's going to become a permanent member of the 49er baseball program. He's going to sign on Wednesday. They got a lot of stuff planned for him. So I think he's at 150. He's going to get to the Hayes. He's going to meet with coaches on his final recruiting visit. He's going to have an official signing at 2:15 and meet the team, go through their practice, and get to work. So that's the big deal on Wednesday. I'm looking forward to that.
This is really cool. I mean, this is, baseball is a game. We have a lot of fun with it, and we've spent this weekend, holding our breath at times, over getting in a jam and are we going to get out of this? But this stuff right here, this is the real stuff. Here's a young man that's obviously very brave, and has been dealt some unfortunate circumstances, but sounds like a great addition to our program, and that's just a neat thing.
Yeah, it really makes you proud to be a Niner when you see stuff like this, and it's very exciting. Very great to be a part of something like this. So kudos to whoever, all the guys that are part of this and who put this together. This is great.
Yeah, that's going to be cool, and I'm sure they'll put some stuff out there. I'm going to try to get out there. Maybe I haven't figured that out yet, but if I can get us some pictures and stuff like that, and maybe get to meet the young man, we'll do it, and maybe have that to talk about going forward. So awesome deal. That's going on Wednesday afternoon.
Yeah. Welcome to the team, Xavier.
Welcome, Xavier. One thing that actually a cool thing I forgot to mention about Tuesday, something cool. As I understand it, and I think there's going to be more information coming out about this for Tuesday's game. Sean mentioned that the team is going to get to the ballpark via the light rail. I think there's maybe some more information that we don't have about this yet that's going to come out. But it sounds like the team is going to go to the ballpark by getting on the light rail and taking it downtown and then walking I don't know, it's probably 5 or 6 blocks from the 3rd Street station to BB&T Ballpark. That's pretty cool.
That is a really good deal. That's awesome. I mean, just thinking forward, I mean, when you have something like that, you can host, like, I'm just thinking in the future, like hosting tournaments and stuff, maybe. You got access back and forth to BB&T Ballpark and the Hayes.
Yeah.
And anyway, that's if you had to do something like that, that's, I mean, you're right on it. You can stay, I mean, teams that come to play against us,
yeah,
they can stay uptown if they wanted to, jump on the train and ride it in. But, yeah, really cool deal. Hopefully they get on that train that has Matt Horkey on the side of it.
Yeah, I'm sure he wouldn't get any ribbing over that now, would he? So here we go. Lauren in the broadcast booth on Monday. Big game uptown on Tuesday. Guys riding the train down there. Hopefully getting a big win, making me happy. Wednesday, all about signing Xavier and making him feel welcome to the program. And then, because of the holiday weekend, we are going right into a Thursday matchup. It's Thursday, Friday, Saturday against UAB at the Hayes.
Yeah, another conference series. I think we won 2 out of 3 last year down there. But yeah, they're always tough. They're currently they're 500 in conference. They 10-12 overall. They had a big week last week. I mentioned they beat Alabama. They played Louisiana Tech this past weekend. They lost 2 out of 3, but they did get the Friday win. I think they won 3-0. But yeah, they've got their weekend rotation. They throw out on Friday. They threw a junior right-handed pitcher, Tanner Graham. He's the one that shut out La Tech on Friday. Their Saturday starters, senior lefty Ryan Ruggles. He's 0-1 with a 3 ERA. And their Sunday guy is junior right-hander Ryan Wesson, 2-2 with a 3.56 ERA. But yeah, like I said, they had their own big win on midweek, and they'll be coming in here hungry, that's for sure, after dropping 2 or 3 to La Tech.
Yeah. So a little bit, make sure you mark that. Make sure you note that on your schedules. Kicking off on Thursday instead of Friday and concluding the series on Saturday. And so UAB, I mean, another gritty opponent that we're going to have here, and just another series you got to go win, Kevin.
Yeah, that's right. Seems like the past 3 or 4 years we've always been battling with UAB for the 1 year. I know we were battling them for that final spot in the conference tournament. I think that was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It came down to the last day of the season, and they were up here at the Hayes. So I know they've got a bad taste in their mouth still. We took 2 out of 3 last year from them, so always a good series. Their original Conference USA member, just like us, and
we've been playing them in everything since the 70s, right? I mean that we've been through. This goes back Sun Belt, Metro, Conference USA the first time, the whole deal. Why don't we go quickly over, because there were some important matchups in Conference USA this weekend. We talked a little bit about the league before. Why don't we just kind of round Conference USA up here and take a look at how we sit?
All right. Well, La Tech, like I said, took 2 out of 3 they lost their first conference game to UAB on Friday, but they took 2 out of 3. They're sitting at the top of the conference, 5-1. Big series this weekend with Southern Miss and FAU. You got to feel those 2 guys are going to be at the top of the conference come the end of the season. But Southern Miss ended up taking 2 out of 3 from FAU. They're sitting at 4-1, a half game out of first place. And then right below them, the Niners are 4-2. We're a game out of first place. UTSA sitting at 3-2. UTSA swept Marshall this weekend. So they're up there 3-2. FAU, like I said, they lost 2 out of 3 to Southern Miss. They're sitting at 3-3 in the conference. Middle Tennessee at 500 in the conference. Western Kentucky, they beat Rice 2 out of 3 down at Rice. That's kind of a surprise, but yeah, they're sitting right there, 500. FIU, they had a big series victory. They bounced back and beat ODU 2 out of 3. And I mentioned UAB, they're at 3-3 as well. Old Dominion 2-4, and Marshall and Rice are both sitting at the bottom at 1-5 in the conference. So yeah, it's starting to things are starting to shake out a little bit. So after 2 weeks, we got something to look at here, and we're in a good spot.
So it feels like we've got Tech, Southern Miss, and FAU, right? Would you go with me on that? Those three seem to be, I mean, they're in really good position. And then after that, it's just going to be for, not to say that no one can get inside those top three, because they obviously can.
Yeah.
But, 4 through about 10 are going to be, it's just going to be a barroom brawl.
Yeah, you look at RPI, FAU's sitting at 5th, and they've got an 11 RPI. La Tech 68, Southern Miss 24. And then you got UTSA at 104, and then we're sitting there at 118, like you mentioned. So, right, there's 5 teams there, and then there's kind of a drop off. But
this weekend's a big separation weekend for us.
Yeah,
like you said, I mean, we're always in the hunt right around UAB, and this is one we got to have.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question, and we don't need to dwell on this, but we keep coming back to Rice. I understand what they did last year, and that gives me pause. Is this the year that they don't bounce back? I keep waiting.
I'll never count them out. And they've got a talented ball club, and they've got injuries right now, but they always find a way. If I'm sure they'll find a way to make the tournament, and they'll find a way to win a couple games in the tournament. So
and they're going to Southern Miss this weekend.
Yeah, so this is probably their bounce back week.
You think so?
I mean, who knows? You know how they are.
Yeah, and I have seen there's out there on there's some talk out there online on like on Twitter, social media, about is Rice done? Wayne Graham, is this the year? Is he, is the game passed him by? All that stuff, it's out there, right?
Yeah, you see it every year. Whenever they struggle and they play that crazy schedule during the early part of the season, and
people start burying them.
Yeah, but they always jump back, and I don't think I won't bury them, especially after last year when they came and did what they did to us last year. But
it's going to be an interesting few weeks, though, because if they are going to do that, it's time for them to. It's about time to start showing something.
Yeah. And their RPI is not bad right now, even if they're in last place right now. So their RPI is sitting at 136. So
yeah, it's going to be an interesting. It's going to be an interesting next few weeks of Conference USA baseball. The good news is here as we sit here Sunday night, Kevin, we're 14-9, 4-2, and alone in third in the conference. That feels pretty good.
That's right. We got one game out of first place, so I'll take it after 2 weeks, and big week, 2 big weeks in a row for the Niners.
So we're gonna let you go with that, guys. Big week coming up, as we said. Tickets for the Uptown game. If, as Kevin pointed out, if you've got those tickets from Arkansas last week from the Uptown game, you can trade those in for tickets. Now it's going to be equal or lesser value, so it's not going to be if you've got a reserved seat, not going to get that same seat, but you can get a ticket. So hopefully you bought tickets for both, and you can bring a friend, and just if they don't have anything green, make sure they get something green. Let's pack that ballpark out with as many green-clad fans as we can. Tickets for the series against UAB, you can buy those online, packthemind49.com, or give the ticket office a call at 704-687-4949, or just head out to the Hayes and buy a ticket there in person. As always, give us a shout. Email is diamondninerfans@gmail.com. You can always reach out to us on Facebook and Twitter as well. If you, for some reason, happen to like listening to us do this, favor us with a like or a subscribe on our YouTube channel. Subscribe to that so you'll get notifications when we put out all of this brilliant content. Kevin, another week in the books.
That's right. Another exciting week coming ahead. Can't wait to get rolling. Let's go Niners.
Yeah, let's do this. Big week for the 49ers in general. For Kevin and producer Brad, I'm Nick. We'll see you next week, and we will see you at the Hays.